Today, we're going to take a look at the Lexus IS350 F Sport. Quite possibly one of the most popular sports sedans of all time. It's no secret that this is a great looking car. From the aggressive front grille to the unique rear end that the Lexus IS350 F Sport has. From whatever angle you look at this car, it just looks stunning. The 2022 Lexus IS350 F Sport has a 3.5 liter V6 producing 311 horsepower. It will get you 20 miles per gallon in the city and 28 miles per gallon on the highway. This car is the pinnacle of the affordable luxury sports sedan. In 2021, they really changed the design of the IS350. One relatively minor change that they made to the IS350 is the front grille, but it makes it look so much more aggressive. They added these curves on the hood that make it look way more aggressive. They also added this rear fender bulge that made it look way more attractive. The last major design change, and probably the biggest one, is the taillights. It has this big old light bar that goes across the trunk and gives it a super unique look. The rest of the design changes are in the interior. So now we're in the interior, and honestly, they didn't really change much in the interior. Probably the biggest change is this big old screen right here. But yeah, let's still go over the rest of the interior. So on the steering wheel, you're gonna have obviously everything that you would expect on a modern day steering wheel. You have your volume up and down, you have your answer and hang up phone calls, your controls for your information screen, and you have your paddle shifters and everything else that you would expect on a steering wheel. On the left of the steering wheel, you'll find your window controls, your unlock and lock button, your mirror controls. The Lexus IS350 F Sport also comes with the ability to save your seat preferences, and it gives you 3 of those. So if there's multiple drivers, that'll be pretty convenient. So now we're gonna go over the middle console, and honestly, they haven't changed the middle console that much from the last generation, but we're still gonna go over it. Okay, so right here, we have our climate controls. We have our dual climate as well, which is convenient if you have multiple passengers. Then you have your radio controls for any music that you might be playing. Then you also have your heated and cooled seats and a heated steering wheel. And then you also have, for the passenger, heated and cooled seats. Then here you have your drive modes. You have the eco, normal, and sport modes. And then you also have the snow, traction control off. You can also put the brake hold, which is good when you're at the drive-thru or at some amusement park line. So right here, you'll find this really cool thing that Lexus does that they've been doing for a bit, which is a trackpad that you can use to control the screen. Here you'll find your cup holders. And here's the middle compartment, which has plenty of space. It also has 2 charging ports, which are just normal USB, and an aux input. So overall, this is a super luxurious interior, and it looks really nice, and it has a lot of cool features. But I will say one thing, that it is very small, which is expected from a sports car, which this is a sports sedan, but that's just one thing to keep in mind. So the Lexus IS350 F Sport has these beautiful red leather seats. All right, so now we're in the back seat. And honestly, the back seat space isn't that bad considering it is a sports sedan. So you'll find these pockets behind the front seats up here. You get your 2 AC vents also. You also get your cup holders that pull out like that. So before you start the car, it has you in like a spacious position. Then you press the button and it moves you into place. So I think it's a pretty nice touch. And then after, when you turn it off again, it moves you back for an easy exit of the car. All right, we're gonna take it for a spin now. So the IS350 F Sport was designed to be sporty. So it has a very sporty feel to it. I like the weight of the steering feel. To some, it might be a little bit heavy for a luxury sports sedan. One of my favorite parts about the Lexus IS350 F Sport is the exhaust sound. That's one thing that Lexus does really good, is their exhaust. One really cool thing too about this is that this little screen right here, with the press of this button, will change. So that'll be all about preference, but I think it's a really cool touch that the Lexus IS350 F Sport has. Honestly, the way that this thing handles is crazy good, especially because it's not really like a $100,000 sports sedan. It's just a $45,000 sports sedan that can handle like a much more expensive one. This one also has performance brakes so that you can slow down better, and you know, you can get some better lap times too. Another unique thing about the Lexus IS350 F Sport is that the turning indicators aren't like a normal one. Like a hard press up will show you a right light, and then a hard press down would be a left, but it doesn't stick. You kind of just have to have faith that it clicked into it. And the turning radius isn't that bad in this car. I just love accelerating in this thing. You can really feel that 311 horsepower in this. You can also hear it. So overall, the Lexus IS350 F Sport is such a fun car. It's also a Lexus, so it's super reliable. As you guys saw in the video, it's also super fast. Honestly, the only parts that I'd be complaining about if I were the owner of this car would be the fact that it's a little bit small. But other than that, there's not really much to complain about at the $45,000 price mark. So overall, this is a great, affordable, reliable sports sedan that you could also use as a family sedan. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, and thank you for watching.